Hello everyone, welcome back to another Scrawlrbox unboxing. This is the May Scrawlrbox. May is my birth month, so I'm always excited to see what they have in store for me. So, let's see what's inside. Let's see if I can get this pull tab right this time. Oh yeah. That's very dark. I'm sensing a theme with the dark candy. I'm assuming it's licorice flavored, because usually things that are black are licorice flavored, which I don't mind licorice, but it's not my favorite. It's my grandpa's favorite. Then we have this other little black package. It's very cute. I'm gonna guess charcoal, which would be very nice that they packaged it separately so that it doesn't get all messy like it has done before. Good on them. Oh dear, this tissue paper has nothing in it. Everything has come out. Huh. Maybe they need some thicker tissue paper. Just saying. So we have a bunch of pencils in here. 2 Rembrandt pencils. And they are Lyra. And they both say dry on them at the end, even though this one's a bit rubbed off. So we have a white pastel and a sepia light. They are not sharpened, which is good that they gave us a sharpener. So we have a pencil sharpener. It says magnesium at the bottom here, and then Coom on the razors. It's very shiny and sturdy. All metal. Next we have a Rembrandt Splendor. Not Slender. It is Slender, but that's not what it's called. No color name, but it's a grayish color. And then we have this dual-ended Faber-Castell Perfection 7057, and it is a pinkish color on one side. Oh no, is this an eraser? This might be an eraser. It's very, oh yeah, that is rubbery. You can see the give in that. Is this an eraser? I think they're both erasers. It's definitely not lead or pastel, so I think this is an eraser pencil. Hence perfection, because you can't get perfection without an eraser. Everybody needs the undo. Control Z is your friend. And then we have a Koh-i-Noor Hartmouth. Why is there a T in there? Gioconda charcoal. So charcoal pencil. Let's open up the little package. I'm gonna be careful just in case something is messy inside here. I don't want it to get everywhere. Oh no! See, this is why I was careful. There's already pieces. Oh no! Don't go on my desk. I really don't want it to get black on it. Okay, so we have some Vine charcoal in here, as well as a stick of charcoal. I'm gonna just put that back. Wrap this present back up. Oh no, I already got my finger. My finger's dirty. So we have a medium kneaded eraser. That's not what I was gonna say. This is obviously a British eraser, because they call it a rubber. Medium kneaded putty rubber. It's just weird sounding. Let's take that off. Oh, it's so shiny. It's like a film on top of it. Do I take that off? Oh yeah, there's like a little plastic on top of it. That's why it's so shiny. Hey, focus when I'm doing this. See the film? Keep it nice and clean for a little while. Oh, nope. Not very clean anymore. There's some charcoal on it now. Well, I guess I'll clean my fingers while I'm at it then. And the last of the utensils are some Q-tips. And they are eco-friendly Q-tips. No plastic in them, I'm assuming. This month's Scrawlrbox sticker looks like charcoal. So they have this thing called Scrawlrzine, and I don't know if this was the first time they've done this, because I did skip a month in April, and it says May 2020. You have the charcoal texture, which it looks like it's the same photo that they used for the sticker. And then it has the picture and descriptions of all these stuff, and I guess it shows you a little bit of what they can do. So this one has like a little tip. Make a tiny eraser point for small detail, or go big and lift off large areas. So it's saying that this is used to blend, so it must be like a burnisher or a blender, even though it does not say it on there. It might be blender, hence the name Splendor. So it says that the treat is an Everton mint, striped mint with toffee center. It doesn't look striped. It looks like one color. I don't know what you mean by striped. Is it the ridges? That's not really striped. First produced in the 19th century for fans of Everton the Toffees football club matches. So they've included a more detailed description of the artists with some Q&A, and they have the picture of the artist and then their work. So this is Phoebe Cripps. And then we have some more tips on how to use charcoal and a gallery of art. This is actually saying that that's mine! Oh my goodness, that's mine! What? Oh my goodness, they used my art! That's crazy! On my birth month, they used my art! What? I'm like so happy right now. They didn't tell me about this at all, which is weird, but still, I'm okay with it. That's fine. Wow. Why did they use that one though? That's not my favorite. That's crazy. I guess they just liked how I took the squared away thing. Well, now I want to read this more. But anyway, I read the first sentence and they said that they're apologizing for the April boxes going out late. I wonder if they're gonna do it where it's like they'll pick some from the previous months, and that's why they're saying sorry about April. So every month they'd have probably their picks from last month's on here. See, why couldn't they have shown my glitter one? That was great. I loved my glitter one. So there's some more stuff talking about charcoal and showing off some historical work. There's dotted lines here. Why am I supposed to cut this off? Is this a coupon? No. Yes. So it's talking about the new Scrawlrbox system. If you guys have been getting these, definitely look into switching over because they were having some issues with accounts being switched over. But the point system is a good thing. It looks good, at least. So that's the little Scrawlrbox zine. And then they still do have a print in here, which is good. I would have been sad if they didn't have these anymore. And this is gorgeous. Like, what? I can do pretty realistic, but it's never this alive looking. So that's just gorgeous. Like, look at the hair. So we have the little description of Phoebe Crisps. Phoebe Crisps. Not crisps. She's not chips. And here is her Instagram and website. So for our paper, they gave us this Paint on Multi-Techniques Grease A5. And it is in gray. Why is there a piece of paper right there? Is it a fortune cookie? That'd be awesome. Just little fortunes and everything. My fortune is Scrawlrbox 003 *15/20. So my lucky numbers, I guess. I'm assuming this was just one of their quality checks that they did, so that's probably a little ID that they have for the person that was doing the quality check. Anyway, the paper is very thick, and if you guys have seen my other videos or just any previous Scrawlrbox boxes, I think it was from 2 times ago, they had the same brand, but it was their black. So got quite a few pages. I like the mid-tone. So that's all the supplies that we got for this month. I'm going to check the Scrawler challenge, and it is Carbon Heroes. Hence the charcoal, you know, we might be able to do fan art for this. We will see. So let's go test these out and figure out what we're going to draw. All right, I'm going to start off with the charcoal pencil. So you can definitely build it up. Let me see if I can get a gradient with it. So it's got a pretty good gradient. Then we have the white pastel. They did say that it is better to not mix these two and to just use the paper as the mid-tone and then have the highlights and the shadows separate. I'm assuming it's so it doesn't get all muddy. It broke! I have to sharpen it again. Why the whole thing? If it was just a little bit, I could keep going, but no, the entire thing came out. I feel like if I push too hard, this is gonna break again. It seems to be pretty soft, so I'll try not to put too much pressure on it. It also creates a pretty good gradient. Then we have the sepia. Alright, so that pretty much works the same as the white pastel, which it's the same product, so I would hope so. Then we have the Rembrandt Splendor. Let's see how that works. So it definitely makes it a little bit less intense, but it spreads it out more. I don't think I'm a very big fan of it. I don't know why I would need to use it. I more like to use like my finger or a piece of paper or a Q-tip to blend it out. I don't know how this would be much better than those. Maybe it helps whenever it's like really small details. I don't know why I use this. Splendor Color Splending Pencil when applied with a little pressure. Oh, I've been putting a lot of pressure. When applied with a little pressure gives a glossy surface that helps blend tones seamlessly. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this rubber and see how it goes. We'll use the black because that's gonna see just how strong this eraser is. That works. This white eraser will no longer be wet. You can get it to be small, but it's still pretty malleable, so it's sort of smushy. So let's try the pencil and see if that's much better. That erased pretty well. It's still relatively dark underneath, so we're trying the pink side now. Works just about the same. I don't know why it's always my instinct to clean off things on my finger. It's like this is my paper towel, which I have over here. I could clean it off on my paper towel, but no, hand. My left hand is for cleaning. Alright, let's choose these Q-tips next. If you do this, you can pick them up and you get a real nice ghost of a line. Next we have the vine charcoal. If you've never had any vine charcoal before, it is very light, which makes it a bit odd to work with. It feels like you can just crush it in your fingers. Like you could make yourself look really strong by just crushing. But no, it's not what we want to do. It does often break if you drop it though, because it is fragile and gets everywhere on your fingers. It is nice for gesture drawings. So I guess I can do a little something. I don't think this actually makes sense, but whatever. It's a little body. You can tell, right? That's a person. You can see that it's a lot lighter. It does spread more easily. You see it doesn't have the paper coming through as much because it can get into those crevices since it's so light, but that also means that it's very easy to pick up, so you need to be careful when you're working around it. It should spread easier too, but it also picks it up a lot, so it'll make it a lot lighter whenever you try and spread it out. Ooh, that looks good. That looks nice. Look at that. That just looks like such a nice swoop. Okay, I kind of like this vine charcoal. And then let's check out the brick charcoal. This is another thing that you will easily break. This one seems it's as dark as the pastel pencil, maybe even darker, but it definitely doesn't look like it's sticking to the paper as much. There's just particles all around whenever I use it. I can get pretty dark, but then you can see all that. That's just dust. So it can get that darkness and would be good for like a large area that you need to cover. But any details you need dark, you should use the charcoal pencil. Let's see how that blends out. So it looks like I can take from there and make a nice smooth tone next to it, but this part that I initially went on is not moving at all. So that where you started will be as dark as you started with, no matter what. So you cannot blend this out much. I don't even know if I can erase it. Let's test this eraser again. Let's see how well that comes off. Okay, so I can get it off. I can still tell where that darker spot was, but not bad. I believe we've tested everything, so now we need to get on to the sketching and figure out what I'm gonna draw. So the Scrawler Challenge is Carbon Heroes. I thought a bit about some things. I need to put this away or I'm gonna keep playing with it. So I've thought a bit about what I might do for it. I thought of a couple things that might work for Carbon Hero. One of them was to make my own original hero design. Another one, obviously, All Might. Pretty much anyone from My Hero Academia probably would work because, you know, they're all heroes. There's also One Punch Man, Harry Potter, because he's just a personal hero of mine. The problem with this box is that charcoal lends itself more to doing realistic drawings, which isn't what I normally do. I can do realism. I've done charcoal drawings before. I had to for art school, but it's just not what I do anymore. It's been a hot minute since I've had to do realism, so I might just try sketching out some of these ideas, probably not all of them, and figuring out what the best way to color them in. So I'm going to start off with All Might and see how I can work with his super shaded face in this medium. Just looking at a pretty generic picture of him, and I'm going to change it up for the final drawing. I'm just looking at what I can do with this medium right now. You know, I probably should use the fine charcoal for the sketch line since that comes up easier. He's got a very bricky face. His face is very high up and has a huge mouth with a tiny forehead. I'm so not used to doing muscly guys. So I'm trying to use the sepia to do the red in his outfit. So this is looking pretty good, especially on camera, but I'm not really able to get, you know, that solid line that you're used to in anime. So I'm going to try using this brick and see if I can get that nice dark line, but it might not work. And it's going to be a little difficult to do with this particular medium. I like this so far. It's not bad. I love how part of me just wants to be like, alright, I'm going to do All Might, this works fine, but I should try some other things. So next I tried One Punch Man. I wanted to see how his serious face would lend itself to the hard shadows. Then I tried out one of Harry Potter. I made him in the dark, casting a Lumo spell, so that I would have some strong shadows to work with. I'm still not the best at foreshortening, but I think the arm turned out pretty well. I was really happy with the values and the composition, so I chose to do this one. This video is already too long, so I'm going to try to keep this short. I started out with a basic silhouette using the vine charcoal. Then moved on to the details of the face and the hair with the charcoal pencil. I blocked in the shadows, then using a Q-tip blended them out. Gradually, I layered up the charcoal in the shadows. I added a bit of sepia to his skin because I didn't know where else to put it. Then I added some highlights. Next, I filled in a solid layer of black in the background, leaving a space of highlight for the Lumos spell, which I used the white pastel pencil to create, making little tendrils of light coming from the wand. And after a couple little tweaks, I was done. Alright, there we have it. It does not look as perfect as I'd like it to be, but with a page this size, getting the details with charcoal is pretty difficult. And the sharper I made the charcoal, the more likely it was to break. So I just kind of left it as is. It's not bad. I do think that I prefer the digital one I did. He definitely looks a lot younger in this one. I think it's because the face is a little less angular. It was unfortunate that I was not able to get the background as dark as I'd like it to be, and to have a nice crisp outline. Other than that, I think it's pretty successful. It definitely looks like Harry Potter, so that's good. This is still a very messy medium. I have a pile of charcoal over here to prove it. You know, now that I'm looking at the camera, the values look a lot better. Looking at this, you guys have probably been yelling at me saying it looks great. I like the expression and how the light of the wand came out. I was pretty worried about it, but it's not that bad. I probably could have gone darker on the face just to add a bit more contrast, because I really wanted the lighting to be a bit more defined. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more like it, consider subscribing to my channel, because that'd be awesome. Thanks for watching, see you again next time!